Okay, let's test this out and then we can get going for this week's live stream. Didn't do one last week as I was not let's test this out at home. And then we can get going for this week's live stream. That seems to be working fine. Let me add the link to a couple places and then I can do this a bit earlier than normally. Probably not too many I'm going to be attending, but that's all good. I just want to get this out before I get going again tomorrow. There we go, that's one. Then one more place into Discord. So here. Alright. I don't think I had any requests as I only mentioned the a bit too late when I was going to be streaming. So let's just go through the normal ones and see if we get any requests at the end, and then we can justify or modify the schedule a bit. So let's turn off these. So obviously couple things here overall on Bitcoin. Generally when we have this kind of three-way structure coming down, let me pull up this one here. We came through the lower support and got back test on it, and now it could be that this whole thing is done. Where I was aiming previously as a low, I mentioned this order block, and the 1.236 extension is overlapping really nicely. What else is there is a weekly level. So if we still break down, 51.8 would be that area of interest. When can that happen is very soon. We should be pivoting if we are to pivot. It doesn't mean we have to pivot. This whole thing, there was a couple different variations we're going to be looking at in just a moment, but overall a three-way structure hit that one-to-one extension here, and now we did get a reaction off of it, and we'll see what kind of structure we're going to be printing here. But generally when we have this kind of sideways structure, these are very common on wave 4s. On higher time frame, wave 4 is exactly what we're looking for on Bitcoin. So we're looking for all-time highs still. If this, however, starts to break down, breaks these this order block, goes towards the 1.618, well, there is always that bear scenario that we've been talking about previously. Let's close this one, bring up the bear scenario, where this is the bull scenario at the moment, where this is an ABC, but instead of this could be a wave 1, 2, looking for 3, 4, and 5 for that extension. Again, this is the best scenario. For that to happen, we need to take out these lows. We did already have some kind of three-way structure here. I'm not quite sure how to label this first structure anyway. It could be that we have some kind of three-wave here, three-wave up in here, and it's very possible that we have another three-wave here. This would make this whole thing a WXY instead of this ABC like I have it at the moment. But regardless, it would be a corrective structure to the downside where we'd be looking for something like that. So where do we have some of the targets for that WXY? Let's take a look. We did not hit the one-to-one, which is again good. And if we are to pivot here, where we currently are, 1.236, and the 1.382 here are stacking up around the 47.7k. Is there anything else there? Not really. Also, there's a daily here with the one-to-one extension and a 1.236, similar to the higher degree here, where we'd be looking for that C wave, or well, generally these targets as a higher degree target. So again, that area from 51.9k all the way to the 47.6 is a very key area. If this holds and we get a reaction, then we can still be bullish. Now, locally, let's take a look at this. We had the option of having this as a triangle, where we'd have this as an A, B, C, D, E. I took a scalp short here, but that got invalidated. It was decent looking on RSI as well. We had these contracting structures here, similar to what we are looking for on, sorry about that, similar to what we're looking for here on price. So a contracting price action before a continuation of previous trend, which was down. Now, however, that got out the door, and we are, well, it could be bullish. I'm not quite sure. It is possible to label this in 5. We don't have divergences here though, so again, it's not the best. Not in 30 minutes, not in 15, I don't think. No, nothing on. So again, it's not the best. Also, what is not good is that we tagged the 0.618, which means that this qualifies as a three-way structure on its own. So this can be an ABC. Three-way structure coming down, that is the clearest structure that we have at the moment, and this definitely can be another three-wave. When can we say for sure that these were three waves? Only once we take out this low here, or this low actually, because at that point we can't say that this is a 1-2, 1-2 anymore. But again, trying to get this to be a very impulsive structure is not that easy either. But yeah, overall, targets 1-to-1 was here on this ABC potentially, and let's see, what did we have here? Did we tag anything? We did actually hit the 1-to-1, or just maybe just missed it slightly. Yeah, looks like we just missed it. We might get one more pump, and then if we do, actually, I might want to be looking for a scalp short here. One bad thing is that we don't have any levels here. We have some above here, which is, I think this is a weekly close, or a monthly close actually. But not sure if that has too much value anymore. This area here, 63k, is definitely a area of resistance. This not so much. We are through VWAPs both, and those can act as support for upper movement as well later on. Yeah, we'll see that reaction once we get there. But locally, what I'm looking for is that divergence here, potentially some kind of reaction. And if we get a reaction of impulsive structure, similar something like this, I would be looking for a retracement and a continuation stop against the high, gain a trade and let it ride. But that's Bitcoin in short. Let's see ETH as well. ETH, unlike Bitcoin, hasn't taken out its lows here, which is kind of weird. We did take out the liquidity from here, these lows of, let's see, 1st of May. We still haven't done that on April lows. Of course, this can vary a bit on exchange to exchange, where these lows are placed. So keep that in mind. This fire wave that we had is very possible that it is part of this three-way structure. And obviously we never got any kind of 4th and 5th here if we were to label this as a 1-2. I think actually this on spot was actually higher than this one, so we can't even have a 1-2, 1-2 if I recall. So ABC, that this was definitely an ABC here. So A, B, and C. Let's use minor degree. A, B, and C. And see the retracement here. 90%, which qualifies for a B wave. So A, B, and then looking for C wave. Don't mind the degrees on these. But what we can see here is kind of corrective structures, right? This whole thing here could be a diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely not the prettiest one. Maybe this is a... Well, the most bearish scenario would be a 1, 2 here. 1, 2 here. This would be 3, 4, and 5. This would be lower degree, subminuet, and this would be here. This gets invalidated. These lows here, 32.16. Oh, sorry, 32.13. So that's the max it can go. Here we have actually a potential diagonal that I can spot relatively cleanly. We did hit the 1-to-1 extension as well here. We did go through the VWAP here. This is a weekly VWAP and this is a monthly VWAP here. So the monthly VWAP, as we see, we have rejected multiple times now. It can be acting as support here. We'll see that as a possibility for sure. Let's see the smaller time frame. But again, we did hit the 1-to-1 extension for that potential ABC here. And that is a potential finish for this fourth wave already. But we can see that we found support on it. We can already see that there is a chance for that this is a diagonal. However, it can just be a 3 wave here, 3 up, and then 3, some kind of 3 down. So very corrective structure, very overlapping. So let's see, there's nothing really here. Let's pull some kind of, maybe try to, I'm going to be trying maybe short here. Just scalp, like very small position, and then see how it reacts. Let's see. So it was somewhere here. Just front run it just slightly. And I'm going to be setting an alert someone here just to know that it is potentially triggering. Again, very small position size. We'll see how that reacts. But yeah. What else? I think that is pretty much all on ETH. I don't really like, again, the possibilities here on ETH is that this was that wave 4. If you were to be playing, generally, you don't want to be playing this as it retraces too much. At the moment, it has retraced quite a bit already, like almost 50%. Yeah. So if it goes beyond the 50% retracement here, it's generally not a wave 4 anymore, and it's something else. But at the moment, this looks decent, as we had this major 4 here. So again, a couple more lows is a possibility for sure. The 4th, the 5th here. And there we go. Right. Okay, that's ETH and Bitcoin. Let's go through the indices now. So start with the daily. Again, on Dow we had this potential ABC, we hit the 1.236 extension, we got a reaction. So that's the higher point of view or higher time frame analysis. We got quite a decent reaction from it. Can't really say that this is very impulsive. This does look impulsive here. 1, 2, potential 3, 4 extension of 5th. No divergence here, which is noted due to the potential of this being 5. So if we want to be super bearish, this would be a 1, 2. This would be yet another 1, 2 of some kind, somewhere, sometime, once this develops. There are, again, we did hit that monthly where we got that reaction from. There's nothing really here. Let's see if there is something on this whole range. This is still a range. We're basically at the point of control. Range value area high is still tagged a couple times now, acting as a resistance. Generally, this weakens the resistance there, so it is very possible that we go up. Let's see if there is actually. I can just toggle that off. This one here. Let's see what kind of extensions do we have here. Yeah, 1.236. We took the liquidity from these highs previously and dumped. Not the best looking structure, to be honest. I much would have preferred this being that 3 wave. Now that we have had this sideways, it generally means that it's some kind of consolidation. We can do something like this, and if we want, or if the market decides, we are going to be looking for a partner leg of this structure here, and that has again potential targets up above these highs, but that would mean that we don't have a 1-2-1-2 at the moment anymore. Not really a fan of this. These just do look like 3 waves. This, look at this, was super clear 5. However, again, that got invalidated once we took out the high here. This reason why I don't really trade this small time frame. 1 hour would be fine, and just to see these structures, right? So but yeah, if anything, I would maybe want to be looking for one more high. Maybe we get liquidity from these lows and these highs, and then we can start to look for lower. I'm going to be setting alert here and below here. Just maybe some kind of sweep here, look for long, sweep here, look for short. Not really LA wise, but yeah, that's just liquidity. ES still are looking like it is really, really strong. I had this potential of having this as a 5 wave already completing here, or this was to be here actually. We had this 3 wave down here, alteration, but again, I think we need to be shifting this now here. This is that low here, and this is the 5th. This would be the 3rd, 4th. So this would be the 3rd of 3rd. So again, if I'm going to be labeling that here, submicro, we'd be doing something like that, right? So we do have that divergence locally. This probably is actually here. So locally divergence for that 3rd and 5th. Local divergence 3rd and 5th. Then the major divergence on 3rd of 3rd here, right? And now what we would be seeking is, if there is not going to be an extension of 5th, we'd be looking for a divergence somewhere from here. Generally, potentially here or even here. Higher time frame, just to make sure that this whole thing kind of lines up decently and we get that divergence. If we don't get any kind of extension, we would be just seeking potentially 1-to-1 extension from the potential wave 4 lows, and we're not quite there yet. 56.84. Let's see if there is some kind of see here as well, like we took the liquidity from below, actually took it twice here and then pivoted. There might be some kind of volume area on this bit. Did we bounce on something? Not really, no. Okay. Okay, well, we have some support below us as well. We created a new daily, open a new weekly here. We have the monthly VWAP as well, but this 5,684 is that main target that I currently have. And yeah, we'll see. We currently have been making a couple more highs already, which could entail that we have some kind of top being formed. Yes, it looks a bit different. Let's see the extension here as well. This looks more like it's almost done. It's almost finished. 5,600 basically. We might not get there if this divergence is going to be playing out. But yeah, what I would be seeking here is locally, smaller time frame, take out any of these lows. Currently this low. If we take a liquidity from there impulsively, something like this, look for three-way structure again, stop against the high and see if that plays out. There is of course a possibility where this wave 4 is not done yet, although this does look like it is impulsive. Maybe it's an ABC, it's very extended if that is the case. It's just at the 1.618 now, so if we go any beyond, it's not really likely that this is an expanded flat, like so, but it's still a possibility. So we could be catching either the C wave of that fourth, or we could be catching a potential some kind of top. It doesn't have to be this fifth, right? But again, there's a possibility for that, and then we can call it. But yeah, that's ES. Let's go through NASDAQ next. Something like this. I think I never liked this structure here. But I think we just have to have it as a diagonal. Similar as with ES, we had the potential of topping, but we do need to shift this over. Again, similar structure as before. 1-2, this would be a 1-2 as well now. So a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extension on the third. Let's go a bit higher time frame, see if we can get an extension here. Again, divergences locally, third and fifth, local divergence, third and fifth. Then inside that third wave, we would have third and fifth, that divergence there. And yeah, we currently still have that divergence here locally, on higher time frame, sorry. From that third wave to fifth wave, so that is fine. Let's see, what do we have here? 1 hour time frame, we would have 1, 2. This is probably some kind of combination of some kind of 1, 2. Might be a 1, 2, 1, 2 somewhere here. This is looking like a wave 4. We have divergences, so again a third wave of summon. So I feel like this is a third wave of lower degree, although this is coming very deep. Let me just, because this does look like it's very small in comparison here, so I feel like we are still within that wave 3 of summon, like so. So yeah, but yeah, Nasdaq looks like it needs one more high, generally a bit more than ES. I kind of want to be only playing the more conservative one, so ES. But if we get, let's see, well, we can take a look at the levels that we have for support here. Not much, to be honest, here. Let's see the extensions. This does look very like off top 1.618, yeah. And yeah, there's nothing really. We have this consolidation here at the 1.382. So I think that is the area of interest potentially. I think this monthly VWAP might be catching up to it though, so it might be offering support if we just dump something like that, or something like that maybe. We'll see how this is performing today. But yeah, we have some kind of consolidation here. We have also here a previous high. So this area would be the area I would be looking for. So I'm going to be setting alert, and I probably would be just looking for longs on Nasdaq though, to be honest, and not looking for the shorts. So long anywhere here, and just stop loss somewhere a bit lower, just a scalp though. Nothing really major at the moment, I don't think. Let's see if there's any questions on chat. Nope. Okay. That's the indices. Go through the stocks. Tesla. I never got on this. I was greedy and I wanted to wait. Let's get those. It never got low enough for me. It's kind of weird, the structure as well. It took out the liquidity from here. Based on just this, you could have predicted that as well. The thing is that this, in comparison as a partner leg for this, is quite weak, meaning that the stock is super strong. And again, we can see the pivot, we pivot at the minimum extension. So again, there is TA, but the area where I was looking for that was not that best to me. The other way of looking at this would be that, okay, we trade the 1-to-1 of this move, as that qualifies for the minimum extension, and have stop somewhere like here as the 2-to-1 extension, because if this drops down below here, then it's most likely going to be something else, like a third wave or something. So 3, 3, and then 3, and then maybe some kind of 4 and 5, if this was like a diagonal here instead, maybe. But this pumped like crazy, so we need to be now looking at what might be happening next. So this is what we have been drawing before. This scribble, and again, Tesla is going towards the all-time highs. It might be getting sooner than later. Let's clear up this a bit so we can actually see. So the prediction previously was that we're looking for a three-way structure down. We got that three-way up. We had this weirdish structure to the downside, which in fact was that three-wave. This was the area of interest originally. We got through that a bit and got that impulsive structure, which indicated that, okay, we want to be looking for longs. We missed this, and now it has pumped. That's unfortunately the narrative that we have here. And unfortunately, I didn't catch that. But I want to be transparent. This is what we expected, but it just didn't get low enough in here that I would have gotten in. So this structure here that I've scribbled previously is what we would be seeking. Why is that? Well, at the moment, if we are looking at the size of this structure here, we can probably have it similar to this one. So overall, this at the moment is looking like an ABC. Previously, we have labeled that as a intermediate degree, so I'm going to be using that for now. And that would mean that we had a first structure of 3-wave here. Now we have a potential second structure and potential 3-wave coming down. Now there is an alternate to this, where this structure here would be primary. This would shift the idea into this, where this would be the start of something, and we create this. So we would have this here, something like that, right? And this would be looking for as a W, X, Y, and then we'd be coming up into this X wave. And yeah, the overall idea here could be that we have a W, X, Y, or an A, B, C. Doesn't really matter. At the moment, we would need to retrace a bit higher of this original move if we wanted to have that. The only thing bullishly we have to know on Tesla is that we started with a very, very clear 3-way structure. Once we take out this high that we have, around $300, that was made on July 2023, this is where we can be starting to think that we might have that diagonal option. But again, that is so far away because we need so much more structure to be happening. So this would potentially come down 3-wave, or this could just extend up. And we'd be creating a very extended structure here. 3-wave, 3-wave, and then 3-wave. And this would be where we'd be looking for that long opportunity. The issue with the diagonals is that it is reminding of so much of a corrected structure, and generally these structures here are short in comparison to this whole structure. So again, the retracement of this whole thing might not be what we generally want to be looking for, because the whole invalidation of that idea is down at these lows around 102. And if we just long up in here, it doesn't reward or give us the greatest risk to reward ratio, right? But that is so far away from now that we don't really need to be talking about that at the moment. Let's see the extensions here. 1.382, we're still, even if we took out the high, it's not really too extended, it's just 1.618. But it might be that we are looking for some kind of 3-wave, 3-way structure here, just a wave 4 and a wave 5. And that would be the potential end for that C wave. But yeah, those are the scenarios. Either we are indeed creating that X wave, or we have created X wave and we are coming down lower. Again, locally at the moment, I would be looking for a consolidation of sideways, potential 1 more or 2 more highs depending on what this mess is. Maybe this is a 1 2 1 2. So a couple more highs, and then we'd be looking for some kind of correction, right? If this extends beyond the 1.618, then we can start to look for potentially as this being an impulsive structure, where instead of this being an ABC, we would have this as a 1 2 3 4 5, similar what we had here as a 5-way structure, right? And after that, again, what we were looking for was a 3-way structure coming down. We had a gap here that was tagged right into it. We got a move from it in a 5-way fashion. That would be the best to trade, but we don't know if we are going to be getting that yet. But yeah, that's the outlook for now on Tesla. Let's go through the next. Very choppy on Meta. Looks like 3 consolidation, some kind of 3 here. Not really interested in that. Baba. Yeah. Netflix is starting to get these topping patterns here. We're getting like loads of divergences. Potentially 1 2, some kind of 1 2 3 4 5 4, and some kind of 5 to be made here. Definitely on higher time frame, this is cooking. but we are getting this divergence, so be careful if you're still in it. Might be worth taking some profits already. Coinbase not really doing too badly. We're looking for some kind of wave 4 here overall, as we had this potential 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. We can already claim that this is done here. Let's see, 3 here, up, 3 here. Again, this is probably at the 0.618 extension only. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and here is possible that we have a wave 1 of that faith already. But if we take out this low, then this wave 4 is most likely to continue something like this. Support areas, someone here. Let's see if there's any levels. There's a weekly and a daily. So I would be liking maybe those. Yeah, value area low as well. So this area here, if we come down. So that would be 172, 155. Apple, I think we talked about this where we were looking for this long opportunity. We never got that. We just pumped through that level. So again, market didn't play with us, so that opportunity went out. Let's see here on higher time frame. 3 were down. Now this is definitely not the case that this is wave B. I mean, I guess it's still technically possible. Let's see the B wave extension. We're still at the very tip top. It could be that we have structure like that. So I guess I'll still hold this. But now we are in the middle of nowhere. There's still a possibility. Because I wanted this to be a 1-2, because we had the option of having this as a 1-2, looking for that 1-2. Now that we have taken out previous highs on this impulse, it also qualifies as some kind of top. But again, if this comes down in relatively good manner, we could be looking for a long as well. I'm going to be adding that on list and that alert on Apple. Amazon created yet another divergence. Now there's a couple divergences here on 5th. We had divergences from the wave 1, which was kind of weird, but that's fine. From 3rd of 3rd here into 5th of 3rd, and now from here as well. Let's see if we can get anything here. This looks like a 3 wave at the moment. So we might be getting extension here on 5th as well on these last legs. Or maybe we had a triangle here. A running triangle A, B, C, D, E. And then this last leg up. If that is the case, again, we have divergences here. So A, B, C, D, E. So this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a potential diagonal here. Let's go a bit lower degree. Yeah. Might want to be having one more high. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it is possible that it's already done here. 1. This would be here. Kind of ugly if that is the case, but you can count this as 5 though. This is weird. This is probably like 0.618 as well, extension wise. Yup. Oh man, I don't like those. Is this just today though? Okay. Oh well. Don't think I have anything here. It's not really looking too hot here. Regular trading hours, probably something that I want to be keeping on here. That did invalidate the idea though. If we are looking for both extended and regular. How long have I gone? 41 minutes. Okay, I need to get this done soon-ish. I don't like this anymore, although we have a really nice risk to ratio here if we want to. But I don't think I like it. Because it's very very sideways. Kind of when we have this kind of after a 3 wave, we might be having another structure like this. So although at that point I want this to rate this high. So maybe if I add an alert on top of this range and we just sweep the highs, and then we can maybe look for short. We never got that 4 and 5 here that we were looking for, and that just collapsed. And this looks like impulsive structure to the downside, but it can just be a partner leg of this. At the moment it is. What do we have here? It's very impulsive to the downside. Again, took out the liquidity from range highs. Going down. I'm going to be setting an alert here below the lows. If there is still people there in this trade, then this might be their stop. So again, rating the stops, and if again the best setup would be probably rate the stops here, go through this order block, find support below here, and then rip up higher, in the idea that we would be looking for a partner leg, something like this here. Okay, but yeah, just the first step is to look for those lows to be broken. 93.3. This does look like a 3 at the moment. That, let's see. This is similar as the others that we missed. That we never got that retracement after this potential 5-way move here. This is some kind of a running plant here. Potential 5th of summon. We have the divergences. At the moment it does look like it is coming down quite fast, so might be looking for a short actually. Let's see the extended, just because I like this structure. If it does something like this here, and then a 3 wave up. See if there is some levels. We might be just rejecting here though. Just fighting the monthly VWAP. The weekly VWAP is still up above. I mean, this area here for sure is a area of interest. So might be just looking for something like this. And to the downside here. But I kind of would want to see this throw one more low here, something like this, to give us a really clear looking structure. But yeah, alert set here. I'll set one more here just to see what happens. Ooh, what is going on here? So Nvidia took a dump here, but this does look like 3 wave here, more than 5 unfortunately. Let's go We did have divergences here. We never broke this low yet on RSI, which is still an indication that this cycle might not be complete, but that's just a confirmation now. This does look impulsive here. This here, potential 3 wave, a continuation, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. But this extension wise is just on the yeah, it looks like it is just retracing this move though. It might be getting a higher degree waveform here. Kind of would like that. But that is very large in comparison to any of these moves, so. And this here does look like just 3. This is interesting now. And it does qualify for like having this done. Having this as 1, 2, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It does fit there. Is this coming back into some sort of area here? Not really tagging anything. This was definitely an area of interest. This weekly, where we are currently now at. Weekly with 618. Another area of interest would be here, 786. Yeah, maybe this is something to look for. But yeah, that's that. Might be looking for a short. I could be looking for something like this, just to take consideration of this both areas. This is a really good risk to reward ratio, but this for me would be a scalp in case this is a continuation after this with this line here. If this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, then this area here is definitely this monthly, this new monthly open that was made, 1, 2, 1, 2, just below the golden pocket as well. It has quite a few. 0.5 has the monthly VWAP. 38.2 of this original move has support, and this weekly. It definitely has support levels going down. But yeah, maybe the short is something like this. SMH hasn't been updated for quite some time. This does look impulsive here though. This is coming down so fast. And we have divergences here as well. I mean, for this one, SMH, I might be just looking for a, yeah, look at that. The point of control, a new monthly open right here, around 260. So I'm going to be setting alert here, 262. It's definitely an area of interest. If we get like a 4th and 5th here, this would be definitely a long opportunity here. I'm doing something like this. Google. Clearing up a bit. It's still going up in this same manner. Nope, not yet. AMD 3-way structure here. This does qualify, I guess, as a 5. Didn't have the best extensions. Same here. Might be looking for one more high here. Either this is an ABC or a 1 2 1 2. It does already qualify as a finished soon, because again it took out the previous high here of our previous third wave. So a ABC fits very well. If let's see if we can get a 1-to-1 tag. It needs some extension now. Setting alert there as well. Let's go through a couple alts. Some alts definitely did offer setups in these lows. Let's go through some of these where we have some. Dot never got low enough, I don't think. BNB definitely did, but it didn't have the best 5-wave structure here, I don't think. Bitcoin did. It hit that 1-to-1 now. Its potential. It's a bit done here as well, as mentioned before. And ETH. Some of the alts definitely did go up. Something like VET here, 5-wave up, some kind of 3-wave into that previous consolidation order block. That is definitely a plus setup. There was other ones as well. Phantom was one. Again, a 5-wave here. ADA coming back into that order block. I had, I think, 2 altcoins that never. Algo was one of them that never got there, because I had a very greedy order here that never got there. That's those that I was looking for here on this list. There was quite a few others as well. But yeah, definitely offered something here. There's also a possibility at the moment that these are just 1-2-1-2s. Some of the altcoins have taken out the low, but those are a bit more rare. So again, it's still kind of bullish after this week run. A continuation to the downside. Some of the altcoins did hit even the macro targets like 1-to-1 here, and we got a reaction. So again, that is a really good sign. Really good sign in my opinion. If we just hold these lows, then we can just pump up higher. Market makers, of course, could be just looking for lows to be taken again, get everyone out the market, and then just pump. That is very, very normal. But again, at that point, we'd be just looking for setups like we had here, like a potential 5-wave, look for a retrace, get in on the market, and that's it. But yeah, I think that is pretty much all I have. Unclosed VWAP indication name, please. This is one that I got myself. I made it, but it's like a unclosed levels, meaning that we haven't closed through a weekly open or daily open or something like that. But I think you can probably find some on the indicators, but this is not released anywhere, at least yet. Similar to the RSI that I have here. This is my own. This is actually on Patreon. But I might need to do a purge on this at some point. Cause yeah. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I have a couple indicators as well, like a moving average thing. But I'm not really using that at all. But it's just generally good to know where, like, some people might be looking for areas of interest, higher time frame moving averages and stuff like that. But as we can see here, we're kind of in a downtrend. If that wasn't obvious already with this price movement. So yeah, definitely not really using too much of that. But yeah, unclosed levels not really available as of yet. But yeah, if you're interested in learning more, check out the course on Udemy. It's a bit more advanced, so if you haven't or got known Elliott Wave before, check out the course on Patreon before getting in on this. If you know already Elliott Wave, then you can just purchase this. But again, this is more with the RSI application for it as well, to get to know the cycles of the markets and how that may be applied with the Elliott Wave theory. But I think that is pretty much all I want to be saying at the moment. If you're interested in signals, check out countertrendcapital.com, where me and Tim and Oya providing signals, and there's also community stuff there. But that's again all for now. Thanks for watching, and catch you next week. Bye bye.